Good evening, this is Stormcastle, and today I'm going to read something a little bit different than what I normally read. This is House Mystery number 144. It came out in May 12th, 1964. The cover artist is Joe Certa. And I want to read just the Martian Manhunter story on the inside of it. It's called John Jones Manhunter from Mars, The Weird World of Gilgana. And the writer of the story is Jack Miller, with Joe Certa doing the art. And Stan Starkman is the letterer. So, with that in, we're going to get in and jump into this Martian Manhunter story. It's fairly early Silver Age, so it might be a little sillier, but sometimes I like looking at these things. From the idle head of Diablo, another evil menace is spawned. A weird hole in the sky threatens the lives of many people, including John Jones. When the mighty Martian Manhunter tries to battle unknown forces, he finds himself arrayed against fantastic foes in the weird world of Gilgana. If you enjoy these kind of videos, I appreciate if you give the video a thumbs up and comment if you enjoyed this. Subscribe, because I do videos like this fairly often, and share the video with others. And we're going to jump into this. Any part of this that jumps out at you, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Save me, Manhunter! That creature is firing its horn at us! We go over here. Pull this down closer here. Above, the full moon rides high while in a seacoast town, John Jones and his little dimensional friend Zook, because he had a sidekick, that's what everybody needed, approach what they hope is the end of the long search. I track the idle head of Diablo to the area. Zook, I've got a hunch we'll find it in that scrap pile. But the Martian Manhunter is doomed to be disappointed, for at every moment, whoosh, the sudden motion topples the idle head from his precarious perch, and splash. And later, you're wrong, Manhunter. No sign of the idol here. I'm sure it's somewhere in this area, Zook, and I must get a hold of it before it opens and release another menace on the world. But a late night search spells still another defeat for the famed Manhunter. And dawn, eek, look, a hole blue sky. So it's right after all. The idle head of Diablo was around here, and wherever it released must have caused that fantastic opening. Next instant, help! Great stars! A beam from beyond the hole is drawing that milkman up. This plank, just the thing. See? Suddenly, Martian Manhunter seizes the plank and, whoosh, next instant, plank cut off powerful beam. Now the milkman's starting to fall. Mighty leap then, steady, mister. As John Jones lands his feet, charge. Eek! Manhunter plank breaking up. And as the ominous beam again probes downward, out of the way! The next moment, great Jupiter, I'm trapped myself. This fantastic force is stronger than any I've ever encountered. But just as he reaches the rim of the ominous opening, John Jones twists his body violently and, whew, I barely managed to pull myself free of the beam's power. Recovering quickly, the mighty Martian summons all of his strength and hurtles towards the side of the opening, now to try and smash it to bits. But, oof! And before the Martian ace can recover from the collision, great cosmic clouds, another man has been caught. I must try to save him. Aye. But as John leaps forward, plop, too late, he's gone. And the hole is closed up. Page 4. Then as the Starkman Martian returns, Manhunter, what was it all about? What behind the hole? It seemed to recall a legend from the book of Diablo Zook, a grim legend. Enter the gateway of Gilgana and you are doomed for an eternity. Poor man, his family never see him again. Manhunter will gateway open again? That's why we're sticking around, Zook, to find out. And the answer comes exactly an hour later in another part of the city. Aye! Look, Manhunter, it opened again and grab someone you're too far away to save them. Yes, Zook, and there'll be many more unless the world of Gilgana is destroyed. Now 2 men doomed. Try and save those men doomed to the doomed end. Manhunter, where are you going? Oh, sir. Try to save those doomed men. Page 5. Eek, Manhunter. That himself being drawn into Gilgana. No, man. No, come back, Manhunter, come back. Like an airborne tide, the powerful beam sucks the unwilling Martian through the gate into the strange world beyond world. This place is weird as anything I've ever seen. And that hole is starting to close again. Suddenly, great sun, the building worker, he's being attacked by a creature firing its horn at him. As one horn hurls towards its target, another instantly places it as whoosh, help, help. But next moment, as a heroic figure lands heavily, Manhunter just in time, crunch, crunch. That creature goes right on firing its horns. You'll never stop a Manhunter. The main thing is to get you out of here. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. As John Jones soars into the air with his human cargo. Now to try and locate the first man who was drawn to the war before you. Martian eyes scan the weird landscape. There he is, now fleeing from a series of deadly eruptions towards that lake. As John plummets earthward, great thunder, look, a giant watery hand came up and was reaching for him. Wait here, I'll have him out in a second. But as the Manhunter plunged in the water, blam! Great sons, there was no explosion when you jumped in the lake. I'm glad it happened, Manhunter. You destroyed that clutching hand at the same time, but at the very moment, yeah, you have another hand coming. Mighty Martian reflex, whoosh. Instance later, you saved our lives, Manhunter, but we're still trying to turn the world. Don't worry, I'm sure I've got the power to get us out of here when the gateways open again. What's the good as long as the world of Gilgana remains intact? He'll go on seeking victims through the hole in the sky. The comic puppies are napping. You can hear them in the background. Just then, wait. The reddish sand that clung to my arm when I was rescued you. It washed off when I plunged in the lake at the exact moment of the last explosion. If a small amount of sand joined with the lake water can cause such blast, what happened if tons of sand was dumped in the lake? Probably blow the whole place to smithereens. Exactly, stand back. I'm going to build a retaining wall. Now, that should make itself a big sand pile. Tons of sand are quickly transported. There, that should be enough. The gateway should be open up again in minutes. Let's make some tracks. 10-page story, so we're getting to the end. 10 minutes later, the manager of the hole is opening. Right here. Here's hoping one strike will do the trick. The giant missile hits the target with a terrible impact. The wall is collapsing. Crash. As a ton of sand is dumped in the lake. Faru. The very moment plop, I figured the hole's gone. Well, Manhunter, you beat evil, sent out by the idol head of Diablo again. Yes, Zook. What could have happened to it? Why? And what evil will it leash to the next full moon? The answer to that question lies bobbing on the waves. But the answer to the second question lies locked up inside the fantastic idol head of Diablos. And that is it. The Martian Manhunter. I want to show this off. I got this book for Christmas. I wanted to show it off and show off Martian Manhunter stories, so brought it out to enjoy and share. Hope you enjoy this. And like I said, if you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button. I do read throughs pretty fairly regularly, and comment on what you like best. And hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.